morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they, my little lovelies? Now then, it is nearly 1:30 in the afternoon in our old England, my delicious little babies, okay? It's extremely cold out there, very grey, and does not show any signs of changing today, my delicious little babies. Must be the state of the affairs in our old England, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, yesterday, because I'd uploaded my video after I did it, it was, what was it, about 43 minutes and something long or something like that. It took nearly 5.5 hours to upload onto YouTube, my delicious little babies. So I'd done that video earlier on in the day. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So very strange. And then of course, then we had a couple of videos, they seem to be taking longer as well, my delicious little babies, because I made butter yesterday. Okay, my delicious little babies. I got there in the end, okay? So I managed to get 4 portions, okay? That was enjoyable. I feel, even though, I spoke to somebody, bless, so beautiful, not in that way. And they're an excellent, very professional baking and everything, and cooking and everything. But even who said to me, they said it's not easy to make. The butter's not easy to make. I said, yes, I know. Do you know what I mean? It is a little bit, let's just say, time consuming. Do you know what I mean? Okay. But the end result, the first batch that I did, because I did 2 batches. So the first batch that I did, it was slightly saltier, but that doesn't bother me, my delicious little babies, okay? Because with myself, I can pile in the salt. Do you know what I mean? Because we need it for our bodies. But the second one was slightly salted. Do you see what I mean? So I thought, well, that is going to be palatable for some of my beautiful little neighbours. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so yeah, it was enjoyable. It was a little bit frustrating at times, to be honest, my delicious little babies, because first of all, I tried it in the blender, and it just wasn't happening, okay? And I was getting rather frustrated, my delicious little babies, okay? So in the end, I had to use an electric whisk, okay, my delicious little babies. So anyway, well, we got there in the end, okay? But it was really good, because, like when it was all coming together, do you know what I mean? I was going, yes, finally, do you know what I mean, okay? But what's the point to what I'm saying, okay? Yes, I know, but it was my first time of doing butter, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But so the first time was always very, well, it just takes longer, doesn't it, my delicious little babies, okay? So next time I make it, because I've already got orders, believe it or not, my delicious little babies, I say. I had messages to say, Carla, they said, when you make the next batch, they said, can we buy some off you? I said, I do not want you to buy it off me. Do you know what I mean? I would gladly give it to them. You know what I mean? Because one of them happens to be one of my beautiful, not in that way, one of my beautiful little friends. Do you see what I mean? Okay. I said, no, I would gladly give you some. So I'll do some more, but you have to use a real quality cream for that, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Yes. And also what I learned is that it needs to be ground salt, not like rock salt, okay? Otherwise you've got lots of little rocks in your butter, my delicious little babies. But you learn as you go along, don't you? But I really enjoyed it, because you see, I can make my own jam and everything. Do you see what I mean? So for myself, you appreciate anything that you eat or drink, yes, okay? But, because we need it to live. But you appreciate it so much more, there we are, when you've made it yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's such an achievement, you know. Okay, so yeah. Oh, I felt super duper happy with myself. And then tomorrow I've got my sewing class, so I've got to try to get my arms stitched on. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to be, like I said, giving that to my eldest beautiful little baby daughter. Then I'm going to be making another dress for my youngest beautiful little baby daughter. Do you see what I mean? Okay, because at the end of the day, you know, they come first, you know, before myself. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so you know, if I just get the knack of, you know, doing a few dresses or tops and things here and there, you know what I mean, it's no trouble. You know what I mean? Not to worry, not to worry. Anyway, so I've got 4 videos for you, my delicious little babies. Okay, where do I begin? Right, hold on. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to say. You know, like we've been hearing this word flying around. Sometimes I forget on my videos, my delicious little babies, okay, because I've got so much in my noddle. Do you understand what I mean? That sometimes I genuinely forget, you know. I should write it down, but sometimes I just do not. And sometimes I do. But we got this word, you know, that flipping flies around, okay? Like a, you know, bzzz, do you know what I mean? My delicious little baby. Subject. So we're a subject. Well, do you not study a subject at school? My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? Or you talk about a particular subject. You and I, my delicious little babies, are not subjects. We are mankind. And I believe that each and every mankind should thrive, should prosper, there we are, and should be super duper and deliciously happy. And if there are any single delicious little mankind out there, do you know what I mean? For they too, if they want to be in a relationship, for they too, there we are, to be happy. Do you know what I mean? Well, you know, with whomever they want to be, with whatever nationality they want to be with. Do you understand what I mean? Okay? And that's my belief. But when I hear that word, it pees me damn well off. We're not a subject. And these and the little lackeys are taking the effing pee now. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? We are not subjects. But of course, as we very well know anyway, that, you know, well, let's just say life has been made more difficult, you know, so it's not going to be so easy to form a relationship, shall we say, okay? I mean, like I say, I do not mean this offensively. I'm going to repeat it again. You know, I'm single by choice, okay? But I'd certainly have my wits about me. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because you cannot just go out and meet somebody now, you know, especially for the fact that I have chosen not to take something. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So I'll be extremely wary of that. There we are, very much so, my delicious little babies, okay? Because I do not want my body, through saliva or otherwise, entering my body. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay? So I do not mean that nastily at all to my heart, no. You know, for anybody who very sadly has taken something, which of course they never gave consent to, and had everybody have known, bless everybody, they would never have taken. Okay? I mean, you will get the odd ones who do it for ka-ching, 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 and usually they're not allowed, very sadly, to spend it. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? But for most, you know, in the world, apart from a few countries who know nothing about anything, my delicious little babies, okay, they just wouldn't take, okay? So it's very difficult now, really difficult, you know, to meet somebody. I mean, there could be, and I'm going to be honest with you, my delicious little babies, right, because I know a few who have not been, okay, my delicious little babies, and I keep saying it. I say, be careful, there we are, be careful who you're meeting now then. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you do not see it at first, Okay, my delicious little babies, this is how it creeps. There we are. That's the words I got. This is how it creeps up on you. But I was done advising. I said, no. I said, it doesn't matter how gorgeous, how delicious, how wonderful somebody looks, how academic, how non-academic, or whether they work with their hands, you know, very skilled, whatever. No. There's nothing that I would ever do to put myself, my health at risk. Not at all. Not a chance. You see what I mean? So if it means, my delicious little babies, that I stay on my own for a very long time, there we are. Well, I've stayed on my own for a very long time anyway for years, so there's no change there, my delicious little babies, okay? And it's never, I can honestly say, hand on heart, it's never bothered me, my delicious little babies. Plus the fact I was going through the change. So I'm not here to embarrass any dear men or dear gentlemen, but plus I was going through a change. So to be honest, I would not have been good in a relationship with a man now at that time. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got to be able to give 100, there we are, and 50%. And it's just something that I feel that I could not do. Do you know what I mean? It's like I may as well be washing my hair every day of the week. My delicious little babies, do you say? I just didn't have that interest. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, and I still do not. Do you understand what I mean? It's just that time of my life, you know, I'm still in the change, but I'd say I'm 3/4 of the way through it now, my delicious little babies, do you see what I mean? And for myself, somebody asked me actually the other day, I cannot remember who it was now, but somebody said, I was having a conversation, a convo, and somebody had said to me, they said, oh, did you have any of these, what do they call them? You know, when you go through the menopause, these hormone replacements. I said, I never touched anything. They said, no. I said, no. I said, why do I need to touch something? I said, when I must allow my body to go through the changes that it's going through. And I still do not believe to this day that this is how this is meant to be. Something, there we are, just keeps telling me that, my delicious little babies. And that goes to any other dear woman, dear lady out there who's gone through the menopause, okay? So for myself, no. But say, for example, if I was younger, so I'm just explaining from my point of view, my delicious little babies. This is not to hurt, offend, or upset anybody. I'm just being honest with my thoughts and feelings here on my camera. If I was younger and say, what do you call it, my delicious little babies in your hot blood? Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Probably why I'm wearing red today. No, joke, okay? It would be different, wouldn't it? You know, because you meet somebody and, you know, it's a different setup altogether. But with the awful number that's been done in the world, my delicious little babies, no. And I certainly would not want to be one of the younger generation now. I'm glad, there we are, that I'm the age that I am and that I've reached, there we are, this age, my delicious little babies. And that I continue, there we are, for decades to come. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but there we are. But you know, but I certainly wouldn't want to be one of the younger generation, and I wouldn't want to be one of these, because I'm hearing about as well a lot of you know, divorces. It just seems really, you know what I mean? Okay, well, say if somebody wanted to then go and meet somebody else, you know, like a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, it's not going to be made easy, is it? You know, so we're back to it again, you know. So, like I said, I know some who have not taken anything because that was their choice, okay? And then I know many others, very sadly, who have. So, of course, well, if they've taken it and someone else has taken it, well, then I would say that they are a better match, or maybe more compatible in some way. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So it's sort of left it where, you know, I do not mean this in a nasty way, but there we are, for who chose not to, are like, as my dad would say, there we are, liquid gold, Carla. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? It's just sad what's been done. You know, so it's affected everybody in one way or another. But for myself, I'm not in no rush to meet nobody, do you know what I mean? And let me tell you, I'd be asking a flipping, never mind a flipping 100 questions, it'd be flipping 1,000, you know what I mean, okay? So no, okay? I do not trust. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay? Anybody could tell you anything. You know, if they want you to have a bit of pillow talk, you know what I mean? They could flipping, you know, talk sweet nothings. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay? But I tell you what, I'll be absolutely flipping effing furious if I was to find out that, do you understand? I really flipping damn well would, because this is very serious what's going on, my delicious little babies, okay? And I certainly do not want to end up with a heart problem or anything like that now then. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm very cautious, my delicious little babies. Do you see, okay? But am I depriving myself of love? No. Because I've got my beautiful little babies, who I call my little daughters. I've got myself, I've got my beautiful baby daughters, and I've got my beautiful little circle of my beautiful dear little friends. So no, and I've got lovely, there we are, to be blessed with lovely neighbours around myself. There we are, and may it continue. So I'm not lonely at all, my delicious little babies, okay? So, you know, but for others, when you meet others in the world, okay, over the decades, which I have, and done thousands of readings, okay, not everybody is that comfortable with being on their own. They want to be with somebody. And I really understand that. I really get it, okay? But no, I wouldn't risk it in this day and age, no. No. Do you know what I mean? So if I have to wait, there we are, I'll wait. And anyway, like I said, I'm 3/4 of the way through my menopause, so you know what I mean, okay? So that's all right. That's all right. Not to worry, not to worry. Do you know what I mean, okay? I just thought I'd explain it, but I'm not saying it. And I look in the camera now to be offensive to anybody who has taken something. Do you see what I mean? No, I am not. But at the same time, I'm not just going to zip it because it is uncomfortable for somebody else to listen to. I'm not going to do that because I am not personally offending anybody, not at all. I'm just speaking from my heart how I feel, okay? And I just prefer the way that I am, that I do not get ill or poorly. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, because as we very well know, that what appears to be in the man's sperm now is not quite the same as what it would have been prior to them having something. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? So what's that doing to somebody's insides? There we are, that's all I'm done saying. So it'd be happening with man, there we are, be happening with woman too. Do you see what I mean, okay? Because it cannot just happen with one, it's got to happen with birth. If, do you know what I mean? If you've taken, anybody's taken something, do you see what I mean, okay? So, you know, to myself, I would have thought, there we are, it was ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, really. Do you know what I mean? Well, not really, it is common sense. So, right, where do I begin? Now, okay, so we have got here, right, this one here. I've never seen this one before. Now, for some of you, my delicious little babies, you may have seen this young man here, and with anybody not in that way, not in that way, you may have seen him before. Me personally, I haven't. It's come up on my YouTube feed, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 1.06 million. So that's pretty large, isn't it, my delicious little babies? Now then, in the old space bar on YouTube, my delicious little babies, should anybody have any form of an interest in any of the videos that I advertise today, okay? Like I said, I do it as a hobby. There we are, and I do my readings as a hobby, okay? And I do my sewing as a hobby, okay? Which eventually will be turned, there we are, into a business. Okay, my delicious little babies, we get there. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. We all know that song, don't we, my delicious little babies? Now then, so in the old space bar in old YouTube, my delicious little babies, Luke, as in Luke Skywalker, okay, space Beasley, Luke space Beasley, spelled B-E-A-S-L-E-Y. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, now this will be the latest video, okay? The video should read, watch, you know, Trump, watch Trump's face as someone finally says it to him. Okay, my delicious little baby. So just repeat that again for you, shall I? Watch Trump's face as someone finally says it to him. Yes, my delicious little babies, because he was visiting somewhere. Where was he visiting? California. I only watched the video yesterday. He was visiting California. Okay, so they're sat round at this table. Okay, this like square table, and yeah, it was an interesting. I'd say what was it? About 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes to watch, or was it 11? Just over 11 minutes to watch my delicious little babies. But I've never seen that young uploader before. But he's got a very large following, it seems, my delicious little babies. Okay, and he does like pause the video then talk, in fact, to be honest, I'll tell you who he reminded me of in a certain way, not in a very large way, but he reminded me of a young Jackson Hinkle, who used to have the dive on YouTube, my delicious little babies. That's who he reminds me of. I think he must be on X now, Little Jackson, bless him. Do you know what I mean? He reminds me of like him in a way, not in a large way, but I don't know. When I was listening to him, he reminded me, of Jackson Hinkle. I never needed to stumble there because Jackson Hinkle, he's a banging little uploader, but he got booted off as well. My delicious little babies, oh bless him. I hope he's all right anyway. So that's that video. Well worth a little listen to that, my delicious little babies. Now then, so the next one, my delicious little babies, got to go backwards here. This is on, so the rest of them are on BitChute now, my delicious little babies, okay? So this uploader happens to have 2,319 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So search engine of your choice, failure, space, of, space, fear, and then space bar, BitChute. Then you should have reached your destination, okay? So failure of fear, okay? Now the video should read, exposing and stopping governments committing democide. David Martin interview part 2. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? So it's exposing and stopping governments committing democide. David Martin interview part 2. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now that's well over an hour long. And I really strongly suggest, my delicious little babies, that ones please take a listen to that video, okay? Now, for myself, I have mentioned David Martin, there we are, many times before, okay? I've watched a number of videos on David Martin, okay? But this is a really, really interesting video to listen to, very informative, okay, my delicious little babies? So please, just a little bit of time out your day or night, that's all I ask anybody of. Nothing more, okay? Because this is very super duper important indeed, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so the next one, my delicious little babies, there's only 2 left now, and then I'm going to be over and out. The next one, my delicious little babies, this uploader happens to have 2,660 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Now, I've got to spell this out for you. Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, okay? And it's called Proletarius 64, the numbers. I'm going to spell it out for you, my delicious little babies. It's all together, okay? Proletarius 64, the numbers, okay, my delicious little babies. Then space bar, BitChute. Then you should have reached your destination. I've never seen them before, my delicious little babies. I've noticed that there's newer ones coming up on BitChute, my delicious little babies, okay, who I've never seen before, okay. Some are a lot lower in subscribers and others have more subscribers, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read, we don't like this word anyway, A Good Death. The Midazolam Murders, a documentary from Arconic, which is our lovely, not in that way, our lovely David Icke and his lovely dear little sons, Gareth and Jamie, okay? But it's, I do believe, is it Jamie, dear Jamie, who's put this together, okay? Because they have the davidicke.com, then you have David Arcon, BitChute, that they are on other platforms. And you've got Iconic, okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay. So excellent. Anyway, this has been uploaded onto BitChute. So I'll just repeat that again for you. A Good Death, the Midazolam Murders, a documentary from Iconic, okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Now then, so this is well over an hour long, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay, and well, basically, well, you know, I'm sure that if one's cast their noddles back, their mans back, Mad Delicious Little Babies, this is, let's just say, what has taken place, Mad Delicious Little Babies, because they are effing murderers. That's what they are, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? And this is talking about stories from the dear family members, bless, who have lost their, you know, their beautiful dear loved ones, bless. Okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Well worth a listen to this video. And thank you, our dear little David, dear little Gareth, and dear little Jamie, bless you. And Dave, their dear little friend Richard as well. Bless you all, my little lovelies, okay? Yeah, I was listening to it the early hours of this morning, yes, yeah. Very sad, okay? But it's the truth of what's gone on. And I know that, you know, as much as there are many out there who, you know, they know what's going on, but they're not saying anything, talking about anything, there are others who really, there we are, want to express how they feel about what has taken place, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Because that's what it is. It's murderers. That's what they are. Do you say? And ones wonder why I cannot stand doctors or nurses. Like I said, there must be only a few that I'd ever have any time for. Do you say to me? And other than that, I cannot stand them. I've had many run-ins with doctors and nurses over the decades, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? And I certainly did not agree, there we are, with their practices, put it that way, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Now finally, and then I'm going to close my book. So this is on a BitChute, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? This uploader happens to have 66 subscribers, Mad Delicious Little Babies. So please, if anybody can, and again, not in that way, but it's not like that with anybody. It's just all it is. I happen to listen to men far more than I do women, simply because I find the men's videos, you know, very interesting. Not that I do not find the women's videos interesting. I'll tell you who I do find who is absolutely banging. I listened to her years ago, okay, many times, is Mel Care. She's on her BitChute as well, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? I listened to her a long time, years ago, okay? I listened to a very large number of her videos, okay? And she's banging, okay? I like Mel. We love Mel. Not in that way, right? But we love Mel. Do you know what I mean? She's banging, okay? And yeah, I mean, she's very intelligent, and, you know, she gets everything across, and she delivers it exceptionally well. Okay, so I will always listen. I listened to one of her videos this morning, actually, Mad Delicious Little Babies on BitChute, okay? But, you know, if you want to know what's going on in America, you know, and everything like that, then Mel K as well is a lovely dear little uploader to take a listen to, okay? I just think she's a lovely woman. That's just my personal view, okay? Of course I do not know her personally, but I'm really happy with the way she comes across. And I was from the beginning, do you see what I mean? And then recently, you know, she's gone on like, you know, other channels as well, okay? So, yeah, but I watched her, there we are, years ago, bless her, you know. Bless you, Mel, okay? Keep up the excellent work. I say that to anybody, please keep up the excellent work, okay? Because there we are, we will get there, okay? Now, this one here, so if anybody could please subscribe to this dear man, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Search engine of your choice, Rhythms. It's like, the rhythm is gonna get you, the rhythm is gonna get you. That's how you're spelling it, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Rhythms space riddle, as in, oh, this is a riddle, like that, okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies, okay? Now, the video should read, okay, this is only hours ago uploaded, okay, Mad Delicious Little Babies. Censorship is an attack against our psychological health and our emotional equipoise. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Censorship is an attack against our psychological health and our emotional equipoise. Okay, my delicious babies. Now that video there is about 12 minutes long, my delicious babies, so that one could be just over 11 minutes long, okay? So now I'm going to close my book, got to go backwards, always remember, never forget. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'll close my book. Now this dear man here, bless him, okay? And I did put on the first video, I listened to his second video because there's a part 1 and a part 2, only very short, my delicious babies. And he was explaining how, you know, with all this censorship, what's going on, with all the shadow banning, with everything. And what he was explaining is that, you know, it causes one's mental health, you know, to go all, well, this is just my words, my delicious babies, to go all over the place. Do you see what I mean? And I was listening to the video and I did put, you know, in a comment, you know, that's the only comment that's there so far, my delicious babies, bless. But I thought, no, I am going to comment, bless him. I really felt, there we are, I really felt sorry for him, you know, I really, sorry, got a hair in my mouth. I really felt really sorry for him, you know, okay? And what he was saying is, you know, there's many uploaders who are much smaller. He said, I do not care, he said, how many subscribers somebody's got, even if they do not have a lot of subscribers. He said, I will still listen to them. Do you see what I mean? And he said, and what he was talking about is quite often, you know, ones who do not have a lot of subscribers, you know, like if they're shadow banned or if, you know what I mean, they're censoring off everything, do you know what I mean? He said, nobody gets to listen to them. Do you see what I mean? And I just put in the comment, I put, you know, well, I'm hidden, aren't I, my delicious baby? See how I stumbled there? Yeah, every reason to. I said, well, I'm hidden. And I says, but I put in the comment, you know, to cheer, there we are, to cheer him up. Do you see what I mean? And I put, but I will always say, which I do, is that who is meant to listen will listen. My delicious little babies, who is not meant to listen shall not listen. You know what I mean? And I just asked him, I said, please keep your chin up. I just felt, there we are, really sorry, because it is clearly, by sounds and looks of him, bless him, that there we are, it has affected him. Do you know what I mean? Especially when, you know, I mean, I've only watched 2 of his little videos. Like I said, the part 1 and part 2. And he came up as well on BitChute, my delicious little baby. So I've only watched them. Anyway, but I did say then for the second little video, I said, you know, thank you to you and God bless to you. Do you see what I mean? Okay? And because I thought, well, just, you know, just leave him a comment. Do you understand what I mean? You know, do it from the heart. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, okay? And I really felt sorry for him. You know, because you see, for some, my delicious little babies, okay, then I'm gonna, you know, finish my video to you all, my little beautiful. So thank you for any views or any likes and any odd comments. Thank you. At least somebody's listening to me. Okay, my delicious little babies. Anyway, bless you and how I love you also. Okay, but you see, some cannot cope very well. You know, like say if they do videos and things like that now, then, you know, so if they're banged off for a week or they're banged off for 2, you know, or however long it may be, they deal with it in different ways, my delicious little babies, okay? So I really, truly, there we are, got where your man was coming from. I really, there we are, genuinely did. But the only thing for myself is, I never feel like that. There's no, for myself, you know, my model, I just tell myself there's just no point. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, okay? So, you know, if you get into a little bit of trouble, you know what I mean? Even myself has got a strike, you know what I mean, on YouTube, my delicious babies, do you see what I mean? And got banged off for a week, even for myself, do you see what I mean, okay? But I wouldn't deal with it the way maybe somebody else does. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? The way I see it is, oh, well, it's, you know what I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? because we cannot control who's behind the keyboard or whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay. But for this dear man, bless him, you know, it's really, there we are, really, really bothered him. And like when he says, you know, like for some who you never get to see, you know, there could be some really good, you know, like videos and everything. Do you see what I mean? I've said that about myself anyway, my delicious babies. There's something very interesting what he said, but I already knew this anyway, my delicious babies, okay? And I said, saying to myself, you know what I mean? Ah, yes, you know, you hit the nail on the head there now then. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Because what he's saying is that, like, they take bits out, and I've known this long time. It's been happening, there we are, with myself, long time. There we are. Long time this has been happening with myself. But what he's saying is that you know, is that, well, basically what he was saying, okay, just to cut a long story short, is that the ones who these steal the information off, there we are, because that's what it is doing, okay, they're getting the credit, but who they've taken it off is not. There we are. So I got where he was coming from there. Do you see what I mean? Okay. He talked about a little bit of copyright, but if you was to watch him, honestly, my delicious babies, I really genuinely, my heart just went out to him, and I just felt really sorry for him. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Because it's very clear to myself, there we are, that he was struggling. There we are. Do you see what I mean? Struggling with this. Do you see? Okay. So please, you know, if you do happen to look at his video, please could you, you know, if you can, pass it on. Do you know what I mean? Just to make others aware, and then, you know, please, our dear giddy God, that, you know, that some will subscribe to him. Do you see what I mean? Or at least leave him a little nice, positive, there we are, comment. Do you see what I mean? Okay? Because I really hate to see that. You know, somebody feeling, there we are, that's where I really just do not like to hear that or see that. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But he's right in what he said, yeah. So he has his say, put it that way, okay. But, you know, but you could tell he was struggling. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Because he just wants to, there we are, get his voice out. Well, it is difficult. There's many of us at the moment, there we are, who've been going through that, my delicious babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So that's all I wanted to say, really, my delicious babies. So please just remember, food for thought, food for thought. None of us are a subject, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Oh, and as for, what was it, Trouble Trump, that we seen, what was it, that he looked in the mirror or something, and that there was a goat there. Lights off, my delicious little babies. I've got nothing more to say, actually, about that. Not going to waste any more of my time, really. Do you know what I mean? I'll say what I've got to say at times, and then just don't say nothing else now. You know what I mean? I'm going to go and eat some fruit. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Because I've had something to eat, okay? Well, it's a late brekkie, okay? But now I'm going to go and eat my fruit, okay? So thank you once again for listening. So much love, peace, harmony, and bright blessings to you all. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay? And please continue to lift that vibration and lift that frequency, my little honey bunnies, okay? And you just take care of yourselves now, and please try to take care of others, yes, okay? And please never forget everything that we have been put through so far, my delicious little babies. See, I'm stumbling again here. It's like they're really wanting, there we are, to put us through our paces. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes? So one must stay on the ball, okay? So until my next video, so much love, okay? And if it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, okay, my delicious little babies? How I love you all so. Take care. Blessings. Goodbye.